Happy Friday! It's time again for another 5 Things Friday. Did you happen to watch last week's episode? I just happened to mention in passing, in a spontaneous moment, something about Meghan and Harry, and I think if you've been following the news, you know what I'm talking about, and now I can't get it out of my head. So this week I have to tackle 5 things about Meghan and Harry and why I think they should come to a special spot in Southern Oregon. Can you imagine what it is? Stay tuned. I'm so glad to have you back for another episode of 5 Things Friday. Just on a whim last week, I happened to mention that I think Harry and Meghan should move here to Ashland, Oregon. And ever since I mentioned that, I've received so many emails and private messages and even just chatting with friends that maybe we could make it happen. Who's with me on this? I love Ashland so much, which I think is apparent if you've read any of my BAKESHOP mysteries. They are in part, if nothing else, a love letter to the place that I now call home. In the books, I describe them as my own little hamlet, and here are 5 reasons why I think it's the perfect place for Harry and Meghan to land. Number 1, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival for Harry, of course. We have our own little version of the Globe right here in Ashland, Oregon. Harry could get in touch with his Shakespearean roots and have that real taste of English culture. He could take in a production of Macbeth, Romeo and Juliet, whatever else OSF is doing, and feel right at home. Number 2, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival for Meghan. OSF, as I've mentioned many times in the BAKESHOP mysteries, not only does amazing productions of Shakespeare's classics, but it is also always on the cutting edge of theater, providing a place and a space for different voices, for emerging new artists, for interesting work that pushes the boundaries, and that totally is in line with Meghan. And she could even produce, she could star in an OSF production. How about this? An OSF production of the BAKESHOP mysteries. Are you with me? Who would go see that? Number 3, the outdoors. Again, this is something that I touch on quite often in the books, and I promise it is not fiction. There is an abundance of opportunity to be outside and connect with nature here in Ashland and all throughout Southern Oregon and the Rogue Valley. From hiking to biking to quiet snowshoeing in the winter months and rafting on the Rogue River in the summer, there's literally something for every outdoor adventure enthusiast. Or just a place to pause and reflect. Lithia Park even is just a gorgeous space to go and disconnect from technology or the press who might be berating you. Number 4, it's an incredible place to raise children. How adorable is baby Archie? Ashland has great schools, it has such a great community vibe and points of connection that they could totally find their tribe here and also feel safe and welcomed. And let's face it, Ashland is kind of off the beaten path. So there are probably not going to be paparazzi hiding around every corner. Although, if you've read the BAKESHOP mysteries, you know there is a lot of fictional murder. All right, last but not least, number 5. The last reason that I think Harry and Meghan would be perfect matches for living in Ashland, Oregon is if they're feeling a little nostalgic for something British, they can hop into the Black Sheep at any time. It's a great restaurant here on the plaza where they could get chips or a pint of beer, a plowman's lunch, you name it, a nice meat pie. I'll keep going. Any British fare that they have a hankering for, they can find here in Ashland, plus so much more. Okay, so this episode is basically like a mashup of my love letter to Ashland and my love of all things royal. So if you're with me, be sure to comment below and give me other reasons why you think Harry and Meghan would be perfect for Ashland, or maybe not so much. Maybe you have other ideas. Thanks so much for joining me for another episode of 5 Things Friday. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the bell to get notified whenever I share new videos. Happy weekend.